This is not a test.
So here's a replay. What's the story here? So that
Rusty.
Russell into Dale Wood, and then Jack.
He's dropped from 6th spot back to about, I would suggest, about 10th or 11th spot.
Oh, round goes Jamie Whincup, spins in the middle of the... Rusty too hard. Douglas on his side, and Russell Ingall in the super cheap car.
And there it is. Where's Wood? Wood is there. He's unsighted.
Brunch.
Oh, from Wayans to coming together.
Whincup doing well to avoid all that. Look at the others taking evasive. Big damage. Why?
He's run into his teammate, sure.
You're kidding me.
It's going to be a very big impact. No question about this for Carl Reindler. Oh.
This was another chassis for Carl this weekend, the third in successive race meetings.
In front of Whincup. David Wall touches the wall. So check this out. Rick Kelly, David Wall behind him. The Wilson security car, they make contact on the main straight, and the sand does the rest.
Now, I've heard on the back channel that they're likely to
Make contact with Jamie Whincup. Yeah, I think he's got better speed than Jamie.
Oh.
Trouble, Prema's involved. And we've got a fire here.
David Wall's car.
David Walls is one of Bradley's car.
And, he's just another innocent victim, really. His car's been turned around, nowhere to go, and it's hit the car pretty hard. The front, I'd say, as you said, it's torn the oil coolers off the car. And that's what the fire's all about, so he's done the right...
Is part of this, because he was involved in the first segment of it. Russell Ingall got by, and then look at the damage there. What a great shot. We go up over the curb, and Rick, I mean, he's trying not to make contact there. The curb, and that does hit very hard. That's what you heard Jason Bright say. So as they come out of turn 1, bit of a biff and barge, breaking up into turn 2, little bump there. It's very hard to get two V8 Supercars through there. And
so this will determine exactly what happens. So there's the first impact on the Zinger replay of Carl Reindler's car, and by the time he gets around to the front straight, the front left is already gone. Look at it, it's wobbling out of control, and then it just fires him off into the fence.
well, he should have come straight away.
Oh, he's turned the wall around and then tripped over the... What's happened here? Blanchard on the run to 1. Okay, so touched, locked horns at turn 2. And here's the replay of what happened to Dale down at turn 9. The reason I'm chortling is that Scott McLaughlin's just been told how many laps there are to the end of the race, and he said it's the best news I've had all. Gary doesn't have much tolerance for looking backwards, does he? Here's the replay of what happened to Jason Bright, and that's pretty heavy contact there, and a long way round the corner, so it's jumped on him.
Championship in the West. Whincup and Bright, turn 1. Who can make the jump? Bright gets a good initial bite. Alex Davison makes a stormer. Slots to the inside. That's massive. Oh, the slots on the grid. He was stalled on the grid and has been hit from behind.
It's
and Carl's moving.
Let's take a look at the replay here. It's a very fast part of the track, 260 k/h plus. At about the 200 metre mark, they brake, try and arrest that speed. And look at the car skirting the sand trap.
The disappointed look on his face. There was a bit of contact. I reckon there was a bit of something there with Carl Reindler. Or no, it wasn't. Sorry. Someone ran wide before that. Looks like McCall stopping. There's a rub on. So there was a big shove. There was a big shove further back in the braking area. I need that stage.
No, McLaughlin's done that on his own. He wasn't being pushed. Yeah, the first contact. So it's very easy to run wide, and you can see exactly what's happened there. It's been ploughed ahead of the tyres there as well, just to try and take some speed out of the cars. So it's actually 3 cars involved in this. So Bright trips over the left front. Shane can't steer. The steering's broken at that point. So when Bright tripped over Van Gisbergen...
Here's another look.
So there's Dale on the outside of David Reynolds, and a bit of contact from the Volvo, possibly Scott McLaughlin in the 33. And look, it's hard to determine who's at fault there, but initial contact, mate.
Craig Lowndes, that's your 10. And Garth just trying to figure out how not to be in an accident here, but he got nailed by Tim Blanchard anyway.
Early, punctured the tyre, and then fired it over to the right-hand fence a little further down the road. In fact, he was lucky not to get caught up in that just there.
Thumbs up, and he's off the road and into the wall. Jason Bright at turn 4. Gone out there with the fuel load on. Too much under.
Car 25 up the top here. You'll see it. Oh, they both went in. So to have something on the track there, and then Scaife as well, they all go in at exactly the same spot. Sparks fly.
See the wheel light up against the concrete.
The impact was already
Launched across the curbing up onto 2 wheels, and the car flew, and he couldn't get it back down again, and it flew up into the wall. Bang, there it is. So huge damage, and that was after all that other aggravation the previous lap. See how the car just flew up in the air there, then it slid. Old Richo, that's a tyre that's come off a tyre.
Some of it off, put some new wheels on and go again.
Oof.
Oh, Matthew White.
He was tangled up with one of the Dodo racing entries, I think. Wow, yeah. He's gone in there hard.
And thankfully, the tyre barrier is doing exactly what they're placed there to do. Look at how much air that car got.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Yesterday we moved up pretty well, so I thought that we would have been able to, move up again today, but unfortunately it wasn't to be.
How's the car come out of it, Britek?
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle to make this afternoon's race, but
the Zinger replay will unfold what happened at turn 1. You just turn it around.
Looks like it. Went in there with a big rush though, and there's no sign of any brake lock. Like he didn't end up rolling the thing then. It's plucked the...
Get out of the way, Croppo. You've only got to know what's going on. Here we go. Here we go. Now, big lock-up. Yes, you're right. That's a massive lock-up there from Bright.
Got away. We don't see a safety car deployed for Tony Ricciardello. We are still under green flag conditions. And here is the Ricciardello. Fujitsu forward. Oof, that was a hard contact.
Yes, it started when he would have dropped the right rear off at 7. And they'll just be able to...
Look, though, what happened to Jason Bright, car number 25, the Fujitsu entry. He had big impact at turn 2. He actually finished inside the top 10. His best time at 2:08.07 and made some ground in that.
Underbody componentry in it, and that's going to require bonnet, front right guard, both doors. And here's the replay. He'll have run too hard into 8. Exactly the same story as James Courtney yesterday, and rattles off the edge of the road into the tyre barrier.
He was in 11th position when that happened. 9 out of the last 10 is some sort of run, isn't it?
It's a bit ugly there for Jason Bright. They just interlocked wheels for a moment, and the front left wheel of Lee Holdsworth.
Car. He started this race from position 13. This might tell more of the story.
Oh, I reckon he had a deflating tyre before he went in there.
Or something maybe broke.
Didn't even look.
Let's see whether the replay tells us more about it. There was another car involved, and it's Fabian Coulthard, the other car, but we don't know the details of how and why, but it's fired at
the moment. This will tell us more about the John Bow.
It was after he came out of the pit lane. So contact there with Warren Luff. And he did make the pass after that, so it was good judgment.
Have a look
Very
at this.
Close.
Have a look. Bit of contact. And then back out onto the road with Fiore.
Stevens' car, so no wonder people are reacting on the radios.
And this is Matthew White. And is that Andrew Jones?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Barguana, Morris McConville, that's the 10.
Matthew White going off here. I'm not sure whether he's pushed or whether he just ended up running out of grip. There'll be a lot of dirt and garbage on the road. And,
now, because he's filled it full of grass, here's how it happened. Reindler in the Jason Bright car on the inside.
Turn 1 incident.
Jones.
Man, Brad Jones is a... No, he wasn't. It's Andrew Jones in the middle of all that. So he got an eyeful of that nonsense.
There, looks hungry in 4th.
Frustration and disappointment in equal measure there for Cam McConville, Kim Jones, team owner. Is this what happened? Jason Bright makes contact with the wall. He was running side to side with Alex. And
it's a replay here. Zinger replay shows us what? Matthew White in trouble in the Fujitsu Ford. It's a